Here. I'm here with today's Nutrition Quickie, and it's going to be a real quick one today because it's actually going to be a quiz that I'm going to suggest you take. And the reason it's important to check out for yourself if you meet some of this criteria is there's something called dysfunctional fat cells or sick fat cells, and a lot of people don't know much about them, and they don't unknowingly, or they gain weight without really knowing that this could be the cause of why they are gaining weight or why they can't lose weight. And essentially what a dysfunctional fat cell is it's an enlarged fat cell that kind of reduces its ability to actually store fat. And you would kind of at first think, okay, well, how's that affect? If it doesn't store fat, how can I gain weight, right? But what happens is you actually start getting higher levels of what's called free fatty acids floating around in the blood. And normally you would use these free fatty acids for energy, which would be a good thing. But when you have these sick or dysfunctional fat cells, you actually produce less insulin to help use the effects of insulin, so to speak. So you, instead of burning up these free fatty acids for energy, they just keep floating around. You also end up with higher blood sugar. So if you were to take a blood sugar test, at your doctor's office, they would say, hey, you have elevated blood sugars, you're at higher risk for type 2 diabetes, and so forth, right? And one of the other things with these free fatty acids is when you have too much of it, you start to produce excessive amounts of insulin resistance and heart disease promoting cytokines, which over time can really lead to higher blood pressure and a host of other problems. The worst thing of all is when you have these dysfunctional fat cells, it's kind of like a domino effect. What happens is if you cannot get those free fatty acids out of your blood and that concentration gets too high, your body's unable to recruit healthy new fat cells. So the ones that are currently healthy actually over time become enlarged as well and essentially become sick or dysfunctional at the same time. So you can reach, what would be considered toxic levels of these that can lead to a host of pathological issues, health problems, and so forth. So what I would like you to do today is just go take this quiz. I have it here in this post. It's just a quick seven questions, I believe, to just help you determine, are you at low risk for dysfunctional fat cells, moderate risk, or high risk? And it'll give you results and so forth. So hope you enjoy this Nutrition Quickie, and go ahead and take that quiz at the link that I posted in here, and it'll help you figure out if you're at risk for these dysfunctional fat cells or at risk for other host of other problems, and what you can do to fix these dysfunctional fat cells. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow with the next Nutrition Quickie.